I'm Leo Padilla. Keep watching for Beverly's football season.
And a story on Chanel's new rain boots.
Hey guys, I'm the one and only Jacob Urbanian with this week's sports.
And I'm Alana Morgan with this week's fashion and entertainment.
Around the school in 30 minutes, this is the Norman News. Well, Beverly students, our beloved Century City has experienced a dramatic transformation. From dozens of new food places like a Japanese dessert shop and a new CPK to scores of new clothing stores such as Nordstrom and other neat little places like the Amazon bookstore, it is safe to say that our mall has had the most intense glow up of the year. This renovation has come out to $1 billion. Peter Lowy, CEO of Westfield Century City, reported to the Courier that Century City has something for everyone. Additionally, the chair of the Metropolitan Transportation Authority has projected that some 21 billion people will visit the newly renovated mall, more than likely making use of the recently expanded Purple Line that goes straight to the mall. We are all anxious to see just how successful this new venue will be. Now Leo with an update on the PSAT.
Thanks, Noel. Yesterday on Wednesday, October 11th, all Beverly Hills High School juniors and most sophomores took the preliminary SAT or PSAT in order to become prepared for the actual SAT. As usual, the test begins with the students signing a contract assuring they will not talk about the contents of the test with anyone. However, with the technology most high school students have at their disposal, there was no delay as the overwhelming influx of memes was the center of conversation across the campus. Beverly students showed each other the memes that made fun of both questions and answers that were seen on the test. Just by going onto any social media app and searching the hashtag PSAT, you can look for yourself at all the memes that have engulfed the PSAT. And now to Jake with sports.
Thanks, Mr. Leo. LA fans, your boys in blue are killing the game. So far in the first round of the playoffs, the Dodgers lead the Diamondbacks 2-0 in the series. In the first game, the Dodgers beat the Diamondbacks 9-5, and then in the second game, they won 6-5. Let's see what the Dodgers can do today, and maybe even sweep them by taking a 3-0 lead. Now to Thomas with some news on Odell Beckham Jr.
Thanks, Jake. Bad news for New York Giants fans. Odell Beckham Jr. left the Giants game early on Sunday. Team trainers thought that he had suffered a broken fibula at first. After an MRI scan, they later determined that he had a broken ankle and may even need surgery. This is a devastating blow to a team who's already struggling this season. They'll probably end up getting a high draft pick this season. Now let's send it back to Jake with some more news.
Thanks, Tomas. A tough game for the Norman football team. Leading in the beginning 6-0, the Hawthorne Cougars fought hard against the Normans to be triumphant on their homecoming game. The Normans' defense seemed confused and lackadaisical as they tried to stop the speed of the Hawthorne's offense. The final score of the game was 50-18. The Normans' next game will be played on their new home field against El Segundo. And now to Alana with this week's entertainment.
Thanks, Jake. Come on, someone has to let pop star Justin Bieber in. Thanks to Teen Vogue for giving us all the updates, Justin Bieber has apparently been banned from renting a home in Beverly Hills. As you all may know, you can easily find Justin Bieber in Beverly Hills hanging out with his friends as he stays in a well-known popular hotel in Beverly Hills. But it is now time that the 23-year-old wants to rent his own house again right here in Beverly Hills. Many realtors have came together and decided that no one should rent to the 23-year-old as he has a bad reputation of trashing rental homes as well as throwing eggs at neighbors' homes. That doesn't sound good. Come on, Justin, get it together. Justin is trying to get a rental home and he is offering $100,000 a month. But it turns out, no matter how much money he has, no one wants him in their neighborhood. Not only are people talking about him causing trouble in rental homes, but the hotel that he stays at as well. He is known to wear baggy pants in a hotel, show tattoos at breakfast, and skateboard in hotels. Many residents say it's a never-ending episode of Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Let's hope Justin will find a home and quit causing trouble. Now to Riley with some gossip on Taylor Swift.
Is Taylor Swift stalking fans? Last weekend, fans on social media realized Taylor Swift was popping on their Instagram accounts with comments. Some fans, called Swifties, were able to screenshot some of Taylor's comments and share them on social media, while others were unfortunately not. Fans are also worried about Taylor's cats, Meredith and Olivia. So during her time on social media, Swift revealed some new photos of her cats and her music. But the questions wouldn't stop about her cats. So, Taylor wrote the cats are alive and well, still very fuzzy. Let's see all you Taylor fans in Beverly. Have hope Taylor might reply to your comments one day. Now, back to Alana with some news on Overdrive.
Antonio Negret directs a new movie called Overdrive, starring Ana de Armas, Scott Eastwood, and Jaya Wyas. Not only does this movie look very interesting, but it is also full of action. Overdrive is about two car thieves who are brothers that take a journey to the south of France for new opportunities and end up facing a local crime boss. Andrew and Garriott Foster, Scott Eastwood, and Freddie Thorpe portray thieves in the movie who specialize in luxury cars. They eventually get hired the biggest job to steal a 1937 Bugatti. That is valued at €1 million. There is more to this amazing movie, so go buy your tickets as it came out the 6th of October. So grab some popcorn, sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's new movie trailer.
That's us. Got this?
You might need more of a running start.
Oh, you're gonna tell me how to do my job?
I'm just saying, one more step might make all the difference.
Just drive.
Seriously?
We are investigating a stolen car ring all over Europe. And the names that we hear again and again are two brothers named Foster. Half-brother.
You can't sideline me on this one.
I tried to convince him, but he wasn't having any of it.
Sometimes you upset the one guy, and you find the trouble.
Well, then don't upset us.
So you're brothers?
He's my brother from a log.
Thank you.
Never mind.
You gotta let me in, Andrew. We are a team.
You thief, come here.
We had no idea this was your car.
Maybe there's something we can do for you.
Max Clam, you're going to steal that 62 Ferrari right out of his compound. You have 1 week.
We're gonna need a crew if we're gonna pull off a job like this.
This is why you need me.
It's like my own private telenovela.
Who's in charge?
I am. Who wants to put your best?
Buckle up. Run!
They took her.
This changes everything. No, it doesn't. We can adapt. What part of the plan is this?
I thought you didn't need a plan.
Great story, Alana. All right, I would talk about the movie, but I think we have a more interesting subject here at hand, the PSAT. What are some things you've been seeing online?
Well, there's a bunch of memes. We can't talk about it because there's that contract, but there's so many memes. The last time I looked, there were over 49,000 posts.
49,000
memes on the PSAT.
That is impressive. Now, I've been looking forward to that since last year because I couldn't take the PSAT and I had no idea what people were talking about. So I have been very much enjoying the stream of memes on my page.
Yeah, it's been very interesting, and it's basically the whole test. So there hasn't been one part of the test that hasn't been influenced by memes or anything.
I'm so fascinated by people who can remember that much from the test and like recall the information to make a joke about it. Like a lot of the stuff was like, how do you remember that?
Right,
like,
yeah.
These very specific answers.
Yeah. And so all the memes were out like a minute after everyone got out of the test. That means kids on the East Coast went home and made memes about the test that they took before us because of the time.
Yeah.
So
I think it is great though that the one thing that the PSAT does for all of us is brings us together on common ground of memes. On that note, let's send it off to David with this week's oddities.
All right, thanks guys. Are you a fan of eating spicy food? If so, then you will be amazed with the newly created Pepper X, which is now the hottest pepper in the world. The pepper is twice as hot as the second hottest pepper, the Carolina Reaper, because it has an amazing 3.18 million Scoville units. In fact, the pepper is so hot that consuming it raw can be fatal to the body because it can trick the body into thinking that it is experiencing real burning. Because of this issue, it is only available as an ingredient to the hottest sauce ever created, the Last Dab. The Last Dab was such a success that its first 1,000 bottle batch got sold out in just 2 minutes. Ed Curry, founder of the Pucker Butt Pepper Company, claims that his company started working on the pepper about 10 years ago. All of the hard work, though, seems as if it is finally going to pay off. Now back to Alana with this week's fashion report.
Is it a hit or miss with Chanel? Thanks to Teen Vogue, we have all of the information. Chanel has debuted some new boots that fans are questioning in the 2018 spring fashion show. Chanel has made some clear plastic rain boots. I don't know, guys. Is it a hit or miss? These boots weren't the only thing that stood out in their fashion show. Chanel has also shared some clear visors, elbow-length gloves, fisherman hats, and even some other accessories that fans look forward to. Fans have multiple opinions on what Chanel has designed with the clear status. Do you Beverly kids think you could pull off this look? Would you ever wear these boots? One fan says this is not Chanel, perhaps better suited for Taco Bell uniforms. But Chanel isn't the first to tackle the clear boot trend. Apparently, Kanye West has had some similar boots walk down his very own Yeezy fashion show. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say. I think it might be a hit or it could be a miss depending on what you personally think. Maybe you might see some Beverly kids wearing them when it's raining. Now to Eva with some news on health.
Thanks, Alana. A new study says that men's and women's brains react differently when helping others. Part of the woman's brain showed a greater response when sharing money, while in men, the same part of the brain showed more activity when they kept the money for themselves. As Philip Tobler, co-author of the study, sees it, women put money more subjective value on proposed behavior, and men find selfish behavior more valuable. Searching for answers for why women and men are not equally selfish, he and his colleagues focused on the dopamine system. Dopamine, which plays a fundamental role in the brain's reward system, is released during moments of happiness, yet it also helps possess our values. Keep this in mind the next time you get upset at someone for not being as generous as you are. And now to Layla with her thoughts on homecoming.
Thanks, Eva. Homecoming is coming up quickly, and soon enough we'll be cheering loudly at the games and attending the fun activities. But one thing is missing, the dance. I spoke to students who of which think, quote, having a dance will attract more people because when most people think of homecoming, they look forward to the dance portion of it. So depriving students of that opportunity does nothing but lessen their desire. I lastly spoke with Ms. Goolsby, who is in partnership with ASB and works on the school's activity, and she said that ASB members also felt strongly about it, and because so many people leave during halftime of the football game, the dance would have to be after the game. Also, setting up a dance is a lot of work, and getting security to stay for extra hours is difficult. And with all the things like tailgate and the presentation happening on the same day, that makes it the biggest challenge for there to be a dance. There just isn't enough time. However, she did say that there might be a dance next year, and maybe even the traditional type. Let's send it to the anchors to wrap it up.
Thanks for tuning in.
That's all for this week.
Tune in next week for more Norman News.